Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jim. I am back with another BlueBrixx Star Trek building set review. This time we are going to be looking at the Star Trek Voyager Maquis Raider. This is the Valjean. This is the ship that Chakotay and B'Elanna and Tuvok were on at the very beginning of the episode, but right before they got jinked into the Delta Quadrant by the Caretaker's Array. So I thought I'd talk about this set. This is a 206-piece set by BlueBrixx. It's a German company that has the license to create Star Trek-themed building sets. Very similar in a lot of respects to Lego. So we're going to check out this set here. It comes with a handy-dandy little tray inside the box. The box is full color, nice solid cardboard, very sturdy. I really appreciate having nice sturdy boxes. Inside the box there were several poly bags of pieces. I think they were unnumbered if I remember right. And it's all one set. I mean, it's only 200 pieces, so there's no step-by-step. Like modern Lego, it doesn't have, you know, do bag one, then bag two, then bag three. It's just like you just dump all the pieces together and build. The instruction manual is full color and stapled, very clear and easy to follow, very clear and easy to understand rules, or instructions and guides. And then the back of it has a picture of the model. And there's also a instruction or a inventory page on the back if you need the inventory reference. These instructions were clear and easy to follow. This model was pretty easy to build. It was ultimately stacks of stacks, layers of bricks, pretty much on top of each other. For the most part, it was standard studs on top kind of building. Wasn't particularly difficult. There's a couple places where there was some hinge work. I'll show that in a second. And of course there's a few extra pieces as usual with BlueBrixx sets or Lego sets. For some reason I ended up with an extra 2x2 plate. I went through the instructions a couple times to try to see where I went wrong and where I missed it, but I couldn't find it. And then of course a couple extra 1x1s there. But a couple extra pieces never hurts. Just throw them into the box. Let me grab the model here. So there is the Raider. Really nice design. Cat. Okay, my cat knocked my pen off my desk. Oh well. And then you can see this is the Star Trek Voyager logo. This is the Maquis Raider Valjean. So Maquis Raiders, you saw these quite a bit in Deep Space Nine, and also in Voyager, just long enough for it to get yoinked into the Delta Quadrant. So the stand, very nice, solid. The stand construction is clear bricks with a Technic piece in the middle for stability. I'm going to pop this off the stand here real quick. Yeah, there we go. And as with all the BlueBrixx little sets like this, the stand is modeled to the faction. So that's the Maquis symbol, which I thought was just a really nice touch to put on the stand here. A little bit fragile here, parts of it, just because of the way it's constructed. But the fact that they were able to make the angles work for the symbol, I thought that was just really nicely done. Again, the placard on the front there, you can see Star Trek Voyager logo, Maquis Raider Valjean, and then the stand, clear bricks, and a Technic piece in the middle for stability. So nice solid stand, no issues or surprises there. We'll pull the model up here. Let me take the whoops, where'd that piece come from? One little piece came off, and oh, I see it's right there. Yeah, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. Okay, so it came off again. How about that? Okay, so that's a good piece of information about manufacturing. All right, so let's talk about the model itself. So look and feel wise, there's the front, looks pretty good. There's the side, here's the top, looks great from the top. From the bottom, of course, very similar design. So great little model, very swooshable, like you can run around your office or around your house swinging this thing around. The wings are hinged, so you can actually change the position of the wings if you want to. Very sturdy construction there. They're not going to just fall off or break or anything. So that's really good. A lot of tile work there to make it look like the hull and the armor and stuff. Nice choice of color schemes with the light gray and the dark gray accents, and just a little bit of like rust orange here on the cannons and on the engine cowlings, and then even just a little bit of transparent red on the back for the engines and so forth. So all that just design work just looks really great. Overall, this model was super easy to build. It took about half an hour. Some pieces on the bottom there with the studs not on top orientation, so no issues there. Again, this is a really solid model, just plates on plates for the most part with some extended bits. super solid, super, you don't have to worry about pieces just flying off. Although that being said, one of my gentle criticisms about BlueBrixx is that their engineering, like the pieces and the way the studs don't quite clutch onto some of their pieces compared to like Lego, still need a little bit of work. And one great example right here, in fact, is on the top of the ship. You see these two little one by one half, like these curved tiles here. One of those is consistently falling off, and that's because the clutch power between the stud underneath it and then the plate itself just isn't. It's not engineered to a sufficient tolerance so that this little teeny tiny piece stays on without any issues. Like with Lego, you don't see that issue at all because their stuff is super engineered to within microns or whatever the measurement is. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. So that's my one criticism, is that the engineering isn't quite perfect. And in this model, you don't see it quite so much in terms of the like the gaps between plates. Like maybe you might see it a little bit here, like with this little one by one right here. There might be a little extra gap between that and the tile on top of it. But again, that's a minor criticism because at a distance you'll never see it. You'll see it when you're building it, and then you'll know, right? But I guess my biggest complaint about this one is the fact that some of those studs just don't clutch correctly with the plates or the tiles. And so if you are swooshing this around, you might have a couple pieces, go flying off or hitting the floor or whatever, and you gotta go, address it. I'm not a fan of Craggle. I'm not a fan of gluing models. I'd rather keep them together. If it's on the stand and on your shelf or on your desk or something, you'll never have to worry about it, of course. But just, be aware that, like these pieces I've mentioned in other videos, like if you were to take a bowl of BlueBrixx pieces and a bowl of Lego pieces and put them in front of me, blindfold me, I don't think I'd be able to tell the difference just by feel of these pieces, whether they're Lego or BlueBrixx, because the dimensions and the feel, like the plastic feel, is almost identical. But the real difference is that when you actually build a model and you start seeing it come together, I think BlueBrixx is like 95% there. It's just these occasional little one-offs where the piece comes off and you gotta put it back on, or you can see the little gaps between the pieces once it's all together. And as we get to one of the bigger sets that I'll review later, that gap issue is a little bit more evident in some places. But overall, for the purposes of this one, if you've been hankering for a Maquis Raider model, you don't have like an Eagle Moss model, or you just want something small and cool to put on your desk, you could do a lot worse than this, because this is a really cool model. I had a lot of fun building it. It looks great on the shelf. Like I haven't indulged in just kind of just swooshing it around or whatever, but really solid model, worth your time to check out. There's a little bit of blue translucence in there for the engines too that was hiding behind the wing. So I'll fold the wing back up, but you can just see that blue in there too. So just for a little bit of color, the translucent blue and the translucent red are in there. So anyway, that is the BlueBrixx Maquis Raider Valjean set. Again, 206 pieces, available on BlueBrixx website. Go check it out, enjoy it. Any questions or comments, hit me down below. Like and subscribe to the video if you want to. Subscribe to the channel. I've got more BlueBrixx reviews coming up here pretty soon. And then I'm almost out of sets. I'll need to look at their website and maybe make another order here pretty soon just to get some more cool stuff in here. But I've got the initial slate here. I've got, I think, 5 or 6 more to go. So look forward to those in the coming days and weeks. And in the meantime, happy building. Be safe, be well, and I'll talk to you all real soon.